Hey everybody, Braden here with Mr. Branch Outdoors. Today we're going to be mounting this Pursuit scope on my Gamo pellet rifle here. I got some rings in today. I had some in a couple days ago. They were too tall, so now I got some lower ones and we're going to see if it works. Now that I've told y'all about my pellet rifle, we're going to be mounting the scope today. I'm going to go ahead and start opening up these rings and see how they look. This is my first look at them. They look exactly how they advertise, which I would hope. So, come in this nice bag. They feel like a weird material. I've not felt much of this material. It's like almost like they feel Cerakoted. They are Picatinny rail, which I was needing. And they are 1-inch diameter for the 1-inch tube on my scope. I'm not going to try to say that brand, but got these in today, and I'm going to be mounting my scope here in just a minute. Now that I've opened the rings, I'm going to unscrew them here with the Alleners that came with them. It's hard to unscrew them when you don't have an Allen wrench, but once I open these up enough, these screws, they did come with 4 extra, which I do like. I can set that right there, and I'm not going to tighten them. I'm not going to crank them down just yet. I'm just going to tighten it enough where they can't come off. If I can get my Allen wrench in the screw, because it's kind of slick. Not cranking them down just yet, like I said. How I've got this scope, I had a Simmons 3x9 scope on here, and it was a good scope. I really liked it until the knob to adjust the zoom got hard to turn, and it felt like it was grainy, like it had sand or something in it. And I don't know what that came from. And I had that on some dovetail mount rings, but I had this Picatinny rail just sitting. I wasn't using it for nothing. It was kind of just on another pellet rifle of mine that I really just wasn't using. It wouldn't group good. I didn't have a lot of pellets for it. The groups were inconsistent. And I just had the Picatinny rail on it because I wasn't using it. But now I am unscrewing the top here to set my scope in there. And there's another reason I really wanted. There's a few reasons I wanted this Pursuit scope. It had really good reviews. It has a really nice reticle. I loved how on the website you could see the reticle on the scope, and it's not an exact mil dot. It has a few lines and dots going down, and for this pellet rifle, it's a .22 caliber, so the bullets do drop a little bit. And if I was wanting to try to shoot at, say, a sparrow or something like that at about 50 yards just for fun, I get bored, I have that holdover option instead of my other one that's just the straight cross. And the I can't think of the name of it. The thing where you adjust the magnification is super smooth on this scope. I'm a big fan of it. So now that I've got these off, I can set my scope in here. Look at that, fits just like a glove, as it should. I can set these back on there. Actually, I won't set the other one back on because I don't want it to fall off. I will get these started, or just get them set in there. I'll get one on each side so the rings can't fly around. I'll leave the other one for just a second. Just not going to tighten that down all the way, just getting it down there. because then I can I'll level it up here in just a second. But I really thought I wanted a good budget scope for my pellet rifle because I use it very much. For here we have small game, squirrels, rabbits. I've killed rats, I've killed sparrows, I've shot doves. If I have the chance, I've shot a groundhog pretty close. I'm not sure if it died or not. I hit it. He went down. His head went down. I'm tightening that up, I forget. Now I'm putting this other one on. The other rings I had, they were very quality, but they were just too tall, and I think they were a little too overkill, I think. They were blue. Customization, I guess. That's just specs, though. It's just cosmetics. Because they were too tall. I needed them to get over the magazine well, as I do have a Gamo 10-shot. I believe it's called the Varmint, or something in the range of that. This gun does group amazingly. I can get 1/4-inch groups, 25 yards, or tighter than that. All the bullets are touching. I just dropped my Allen wrench, as I was hoping I wouldn't earlier. But now that I've got just about all of these tightened down, I'm turning this one the wrong way for some reason. I guess I'm used to loosening them. Make sure I need to loosen some of these up so my scope is, I'm able to twist it around a little bit to get the up and down, to level it up so it's perfectly up and down. So if I loosen this up a little bit, now I can move that, and now I can adjust my idle leaf. I know I really like it about right in there. And I can reach over here and grab my level and set it on there. I'm doing it the wrong way. Set it right on there. Needs to come towards me. Now I need to go back towards the camera. About right there is perfect. So if I very gently tighten all these down, make sure it's still staying level. That one knocked it off just a little bit, but if I tighten this one down, it might knock it back. It did. So now I like to tighten one on each side, because I found that if I tighten all of them down on the right, the scope will lean towards the right. So I like to just do one at a time on each side. I'm not tightening them down too hard yet. I just caught that. I'm going to tighten these down because I know it's level. That ain't going nowhere because I tightened down the other ones. But I will check once I get these all tightened down. Tighten them just a little bit more. Do one on each side. I will check, see if it is level. It's a little bit, it's leaning a little bit towards y'all, so I will fix that. Take this Allen wrench here and loosen these up again. Some of them I didn't tighten down all the way. I just got them tight enough to where I didn't think it would move. Now I'll set this back on here and fix that. Let's go tiniest little bit. That's probably too much. If it'll settle. That is perfect. So if I can very slowly tighten these down, do a little bit on each side at a time. Make sure it stays level. And I don't want to tighten this down too much. And that, I believe it will damage the tube, the scope tube. About knocked that off. So I tighten a few of these down, I'll check it one more time. I don't have a whole lot of room to work with right in here. But right there, that is perfect. And I've tightened down 4 of these screws. I will tighten up the rest of them. Not tighten them too tight, just enough where the scope won't move. And I can crank it down later a little bit more. Just try to get them all even. And once I get these cranked down, I will check, make sure they are level, just in case. But it's super important to have the scope and the gun all level, because shooting further with the, well, for this it would be 50 yards or something for me with the pellet rifle. That would, if my scope was turned a little bit, say the bottom was going to the right, that means my bullet would hit to the left if I was holding on it there. So that's why it's so important here, just to make sure, and that is perfectly level. And I believe I've got this mounted. That was very simple, very quick and easy. I just have this in a gun vise, and that's how you do it. All right, everybody, thank you for watching this video. If you would, check us out on all our other social media platforms and go follow us there. If you would, like and subscribe and comment in the video if you have any questions. We will bring you some more outdoor footage and tying some flies for fishing coming this spring and summer. We will bring you some more hunting. But next video, I will be shooting this on paper and getting it sighted in. And then maybe eventually we can get some footage, me going out in the field and hunting with it. Thank y'all for watching.